Thank you for clicking this video. This is Batok with Ola, and my name is Mojola Olua, and I'm really thrilled to be making this episode where I'm going to be showing you how to draft a quit notice in Nigeria. How to draft a quit notice. A quit notice is a document issued by the landlord or landlady or the property owner or the property owner's agents or privates and proxies, or a lawyer to the property owner, informing the tenant that the property owner wants them out of the property and giving them a certain period, to move out and return possession to the landlord or property owner. A quit notice can be issued by the landlord himself, the landlady herself, the property owner themselves, or their agents and proxies, the house manager, or it can be issued by the lawyer. Now, this sample is issued by a lawyer, and it's very law school compliant. So this is very useful for law students, also for laymen, also for lawyers. So we're going to be going through it, and I'm going to be showing you why each component is very important and must be included. So we start with a letterhead. The lawyer is using a letterhead, namely me being the lawyer. So I've drafted this just to show you how the quit notice goes. So the letterhead. So if you're a landlord and you don't have a letterheaded paper, you can just put anything to make it a letterheaded paper. Maybe put your house name and address, put your phone number. If you have like a nickname for the house, or maybe an alternative name like Living Testimony Villa, Ajanli Kuku Lodge, you can put it, just to make a letterhead, and then you put your phone number and address, and that's a letterhead. Then we have the referencing system, our ref, your ref. Very important if you're a law school student. You have to put this on all letters that you're drafting. Now, our ref is to show that the person issuing the letter has a referencing numbering system, or as a correspondence numbering system, or a cataloging system, in-house, and that's how they identify what letter goes into what file, what correspondence is on what matter. So if you don't have that, fine, you don't need it on the letter in real life. But for law school purposes, you need to put RF, cook something up. It just needs to be, I put LLP, that's from Livingstone's Law Practice LP, and then 201, that's how we catalog our tenancy documents, and then 2023, because the letter is going out in 2023. You can use anything you like, then your ref. After that, we have the date. The date is very important. You must date all documents emanating from you as a lawyer. Any letter going to your tenant must be dated, and vice versa. Then we have the address of the addressee. We're addressing Mrs. Odum Ayowami. Number 10, Alawo Crescent, really, Lagos. That's where the property is located. Then salutations, dear sir, dear my dear chief, honorable this or that, but we just put ma here. Then the title or heading, notice to quit. Very, very important, because anyone taking a cursory look at the letter must know what it might contain or might be about at first glance. Now, in the first paragraph of a notice to quit, whoever is writing the letter must introduce themselves and connect themselves sufficiently to the property in question. It's the lawyer. So the lawyer is saying, we act as solicitors to Chief Benton Davidson, your landlord, of the above mentioned address, hereinafter referred to as our client, and on his behalf and instruction give you notice to quit and deliver up possession of the 3-bedroom bungalow together with its appurtenances thereto, situated at number 10 Alawo Crescent, Surulere, Lagos, within the Surulere Magisterial District, which you hold of him as a yearly tenant. This notice takes effect from 1st September 2023 and expires on 2nd March 2024. Now, a few important things. In the first paragraph, the first sentence connects you to the property. If you're acting for the landlord, or if you are the landlord, you state it. And then you must identify the property in question. So even if the landlord has a block of 200 flats, you must say flat B, number so at so streets. So you must identify the particular property that the tenant is occupying. You must spell it out, and then with its appurtenances. It's important to include this to show that any other thing that came with the property must be let go of by the tenant when the tenant is letting go of the apartment. So for instance, if it's a flat that came with a parking lot, a football field, an orchard, a garden, those are pertinences that must also be left when the tenant is leaving the property. And now we've talked about the address, and we now said within the Surulere Magisterial District. This is to show that this is the court that we are taking you to should this get to court. And if this matter gets to court, you have to file a notice to quit as part of your documents to show the court that you followed all due process before coming to court as last resort. And spelling it out that it's within the Surulere Magisterial District is to help the court quickly identify that there's no jurisdictional problem. Because you're supposed to file the matter in a court within the jurisdiction where the property is also located. Then we spell out the period of the tenancy. It takes effect from 1st September 2023 and expires on 2nd March 2024. If you count it, those are 6 calendar months. A yearly tenant is entitled to 6 calendar months. We've done several videos on this channel on tenancies, about 5 to 10 as at the time of making this video, both short videos and longer videos. So please watch them. And I've explained over and over how to determine what the notice period is for any type of tenancy. This is a yearly tenant, so it's entitled to 6 months, and it can be counted within a tenancy or without it. And if it's without, the tenant has to pay for the extra period that he has not paid for. So if you count this, you see that these are 6 calendar months. Sometimes it can be confusing. Make sure you give the tenant 6 calendar months. As a matter of fact, if you are the one issuing the document, you could even add, you could even add some period just so you don't fall short of the law, because tenants and their lawyers are always looking for this loophole to see if you actually counted 6 calendar months or if you shortchanged or try to shortchange the tenant. So very important. Now, in the next paragraph, we tell the tenant what we expect them to do before they move out or when they are moving out. Take notice that you're expected to pay all the outstanding arrears of your rent and other utilities, such as electricity bill, security levy, etc., if any, which you are owing, and vacate on or before 2nd March 2024. In the next paragraph, we tell the tenants what we are going to do if they do not comply with this notice. Failure to do so, we shall have no choice but to seek redress in order to eject you by force of law. You could also say that you'll be applying to court, if they fail to do so. But force of law actually suffices. In the next paragraph, we say, thank you for your cooperation, which is just a routine closing. And then ending salutations, yours faithfully. You sign, you put your name and your role. Because this is a law practice, I've put my role as principal partner. If you're an associate, you put it there. If you're a landlord, you put your name and you put landlord. If you're an agent, you put agent. And if you're working in a firm where the file has been specifically handed to you as an agent or as a lawyer, you can put your own direct line or phone number there so that they do not keep calling the one in the letterhead, which might not come to you in case the tenant wants to discuss anything or seek any clarification. So this is how to draft a quick notice. Your wordings may differ, a little from this, but it is largely done like this. I hope that you got value from this video. If you did, there are several ways to show me that. Leave a comment, like the video, share this video, and by all means subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my very next video. Don't forget to subscribe to those.